Welcome to Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. Join Stacy and learn from her 20 years of experience as she shares top-notch advice on marketing best practices for brands and walks you through how to leverage entertainment content and influencer partnerships to increase your brand's overall consumer engagement and, most importantly, your sales.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. I'm Stacy Jones, and today I'm going to talk to you about making sure your brand chooses the right celebrity partner for your advertising campaign or the right social influencer. So let's talk about how brands and companies choose brand ambassadors and what they need to keep in mind along the way to ensure that the right partner is actually hired. There are a couple of important things to understand. First, the brand needs to decide what type of individual they are actually seeking to hire. Are they looking for a big, famous personality like an actor, a musician, or an athlete? Or are they looking for a celebrity influencer, someone who has a giant and engaged following? Because those two types of individuals are very different, as are macro influencers or micro influencers. And they all have a purpose. We have so many brands that we work with that when they first approach us, they say they want a celebrity partner. But once we start drilling down, what they have in mind really is having that celebrity create and star in content for the brand, without the brand really being all that involved sometimes. And that's not going to work so well with most celebrities. When you truly dig in and talk about what the goals of the partnership are, you find out that the brand really wants someone to push the brand's products out on their own social media page. And in reality, the brand often doesn't really care as much about who they're working with versus whether or not the partner will help build engagement and get sales and have a super high following. And to pay the least possible amount for that person is the ideal goal. And wanting high engagement, strong social numbers, creative content, results in sales, as well as affordability of who is hired, often means that a real celebrity is not going to be a fit. That in fact, the brand really wants and needs a social influencer with a high fan base following and someone who will create the content the brand's looking for. Some celebrities have great social influence online. But typically celebrities have more of an image and likeness that the brand is licensing rights to, and which will be better positioned to a celebrity for a brand campaign. So the first thing a brand manager needs to figure out is, what does the brand actually want? A partnership where the brand is going to craft the messaging, hire a film crew or a photographer, and leverage the celebrity's likeness across the brand's own advertising platforms? Or is it that the brand wants someone who's going to do massive social media postings and truly build out a campaign on behalf of the brand? Because just so you also realize, a celebrity isn't going to let a brand run havoc on their social media pages. Single or perhaps a couple of posts are all that is likely going to occur. It's because the celebrity's image is who they are. A social influencer is going to be much more likely to be open to multiple posts that are heavily branded, but they're going to also want absolute control as it's what their talent is. Because let's face it, these social influencers are talented. Not only can they write down the right thing and take and post the right image or video, they know what makes a follower click, type in a text response, or share their postings. They've built their followings from scratch, and they really are like their own media outlet. So before even opening the door of conversation, know that your brand has to figure out what you want the individual to do before you even start talking. Do you want someone who's going to create content, create videos, create posts? Well, then you're going to want someone who's an online social influencer. That's the direction to go if you want someone who's going to be leveraging their whole social universe and who's also going to be the creative point and the individual who's going to be responsible for creating whatever that content is. In reality, a celebrity, an actor, a musician, an athlete, they are not that person I just described. Those types of individuals are typically not out there being creative forces. Sure, there's some exceptions, but it's pretty rare. These real types of celebrities don't create content. Celebrities most of the time are more about being part of what a brand may be doing. They actually become part of the brand's campaign, whether that be a TV ad campaign, radio, digital or print ad, or even on-pack or a retail point of sale. And what they're being paid for is allowing their celebrity likeness or their voice to be used and leveraged by the brand in these ad campaigns. They really don't want to grab a camera and start shooting your brand. They are the brand that you are leveraging to bring some sense of stardom to your own brand. And if you want that celebrity to do some social posting too, then what really happens is your brand crafts the messaging. The talent agent team approves it. It then goes over to the social media manager who may slightly tweak it and who will absolutely be scheduling the post themselves. Because you don't really think celebrities are sitting there typing up social posts, right? Well, they may be at a lower celebrity level, but not once they hit the big leagues. Someone from that celebrity's social media team is going to do all the posting. And if you do need a celebrity to do a photo shoot to post their image of your brand on their phone or record a video, then you really should plan on hiring a camera crew to do it, because it's highly unlikely they are going to do this for you without one. And plan on hiring their makeup and hair person while you're at it, as well as their stylist. All those people come with an expensive package at an extra cost into the thousands of dollars. And no, the celebrity won't pay for that themselves. Don't even bother asking. You are the one asking for the photo shoot or video shoot. They are just supposed to be showing up for it. That's their talent. The rest is on your brand to cover, including getting the celebrity to the shoot. You need to plan on hiring a private car and driver, and Uber is not going to suffice. If the case is that the brand wants the celebrity to literally just become part of their content, to have the brand craft the creative, and then have the celebrity persona say it back, act in it, on film or in a photo still shoot or on the radio, then that's one thing. And for that, a celebrity is a fantastic fit. It's perfect. But as I mentioned, it is very different from brands who say, I want to hire a celebrity, when they really want someone to create content, post a lot, and then that's really the brand wants a social influencer. The social influencer is the creative director, the producer, the videographer, the photographer, the graphic artist, and oftentimes the star of the content they create, as well as the media outlet owner. They are in charge of getting their circulation numbers up. And then there's the celebrity social influencer, someone who is so amplified on social media that everyone knows their name. And they fall into this area as well, but know that these individuals command massive money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They have tens of millions of followers. They have made, through either sheer luck or sheer talent, and quite frankly a bit of both, their own selves become a brand just on their ability to market themselves online. And no matter the type of celebrity or influencer your brand is going after, you need to make sure it's an organic fit. Someone who actually fits your brand's image, who is going to appeal to the target demographic that the brand is trying to go after, and who is not already in bed with another brand. Because your brand should not want to work with anyone who has recently worked with a brand you are competing against on a large scale. Sure, if it's addressed by one designer and then addressed by another, fine. If you're going after a bartender influencer and you're an alcohol beverage, you're obviously competing with other alcohol brands. But if it's a true campaign with multiple posts and a larger build out, make sure your celebrity or influencer has some space around the time they post areas of conflict to your brand. Otherwise, it just seems like they're in it for the money and not authentic as a brand ambassador, and that will turn off fans as well as your potential customers. But know that having exclusivity means you're going to have to pay for the rights to have that exclusivity. If a celebrity or influencer can't work with one of your competitors for a set period of time, that limits the money they can be potentially making, and you'll be likely paying for that loss of income. Even if you don't care, and we hear that, we really do. Oh, I don't care if they're posting with some other competitor of ours. Know that the celebrity or influencer's talent management cares, and they know that your competitors are not going to be coming a call-in with offers once your brand has worked with their talent. And therefore, you will again be paying for that right to exclusivity, even if you don't care about it. Think about Jennifer Aniston. If last week she was with Smartwater, and next week with Fiji Water, fans would find that really inauthentic. Obviously, that's not going to happen as she's truly locked into a massive, mega, large-scale celebrity endorsement deal that's exclusive. But it's a good example of why exclusivities exist. Jennifer Aniston is Smartwater. That's it. And she likely will never be able to work with another water brand in her life. Not next year or the year after, forever. Because when you think of Smartwater, you think of Jennifer Aniston. And when you think of Jennifer Aniston, you think of Smartwater. Imagine if Evian or Fiji Water hired her. You'd still think the ads were for Smartwater. Realize that if you only want some social posts, the celebrities team is looking at that deal offer and saying, oh, well, then no one in that same brand category is going to make an offer for at least a few months, if not a few years. Which means the deal is more expensive than you had originally ever planned. There are a lot of steps to figuring out the right influencer or celebrity partner, and that's why it's so important for a brand's team to figure out the end goal before starting research or negotiating a deal. And your budget really is going to be the driving force behind who you can work with and the type of celebrity or influencer you can afford. The budget's going to narrow down that field of what celebrities are actually available and eligible for considering a partnership with you. And please, please, please realize working with influencers or celebrities is not going to magically lead to immediate sales. It's a process, and it's a continual process that your brand needs to participate in and build upon. Celebrities and influencers are truly a part of your advertising and PR program. Whether earned media or paid media, you are trying to get in front of your targeted audience in enough repetition to have them better remember you and become, through this repetition, interested in purchasing your brand. Influencer marketing is not a one-hit wonder, and that's a mistake many brands make. You can visit our Influencer Marketing School at learn.hollywoodbranded.com, where our classes provide you and your team actionable insight to help you create the best marketing partnerships for your brand. And stop by hollywoodbranded.com for more tips. Check out our library, which has infographics, white papers, ebooks, and videos, or our blog, blog.hollywoodbranded.com, which has hundreds of helpful hints on how to make brands' influencer entertainment content partnerships a success from the get-go. That's it for this episode. I hope it was helpful, and please let me know if you have any feedback. I'll see you next week. And as always, if you need a little or a lot of help, my agency, Hollywood Branded, is here to lend a hand. If you'd leave a review or any questions I can address in the future, I'd really appreciate it, as your feedback helps me know my advice is valuable and interesting to you.
Are you ready to make the magic of product placement, celebrity event activations, or influencer partnerships help your sales? Visit hollywoodbranded.com to gain access to free content to learn which key tactics best fit your brand. You'll find surveys, webinars, daily blogs, ebooks, and guides, all created to make sure you have access to the best possible marketing practices. Let's make that entertainment marketing magic happen for you.